Ladies and gentlemen, I warned you last week that I might have to call up the Von Rebels, and we have them on the phone right now here on Hot Roddin' tonight. And guys, a lot of our fans have not heard of you. I played an amazing cover you did last week of Bad Moon Rising. And why don't you tell a little bit about where you guys are from? They hooked up in 2012. So guys, take it away. Introduce yourselves and let the world know who the hell are the Von Rebels.
Well, hey, I'm Chris.
And I'm Mike. And we're like one half of the Von Rebels. There's Eric and Davey, who couldn't be here, but they wish they could have, but they were hung up doing other stuff. So
You wanted us to say about how we met and how we started this whole project?
Exactly. I read you guys hooked up in 2012. I thought it was an interesting story, so why don't you share it with our listeners out there today?
Well, I met Eric some years ago, 2 years ago, when I was playing in a local band, and he approached me wanting to make music. I had known his band before, The Shifters. With him and Mike, I'd heard them. I always liked them, and so it didn't take me very much time to say yes. I wanted to make music with him, and I was just gunning for it right from the beginning.
Yeah, well, I mean, me and Eric, we've been playing music for a long time together, and when we met up with Chris, and then a little later Davey, it was just like a connection, man. We wrote the best music I've ever written in my life together. We just click as a four-piece, and it's since 2012 we've been just writing music that we love to play and love to write, so pretty much our story.
Hey, we love rock and roll right here. Now, you guys do have a little bit of the Billy influence. I play a lot of psychobilly on this show, and you guys bring a little bit of that, but you guys are pretty much labeled a rock and roll band. But what kind of psychobilly influences do you find in the band?
Well, actually, Davey used to play in a psychobilly band before he joined us, and we were all influenced by the psychobilly scene, that loud guitar sound, but and that kind of a music, and the music that's influenced psychobilly is also the same music that influenced us. But we're really trying to gun for something a little different, a little bit harder, a little louder, and faster.
Well, we like it loud and fast. Last Friday, you guys released this new EP. 6 tracks on there. 6 tracks of rock and roll that you people got to get over iTunes. I'm going to have it linked on our front page at screamingdeadradio.com. The Von Rebels, pure rock and roll from up in Montreal, Canada. And we got great, all kinds of great bands that come out of there. The Brains, the Creep Show. I mean, just amazing bands. Now, how do you guys feel? Since you said you've played music for a long time, how do you guys feel the internet's really changed the music industry?
I think the internet has changed the music industry, in a good way. People have been, there's a lot of people who complain about music being stolen or whatever, people losing money off the internet and all that, but that's been happening for years. I think people, if you're not, taping music off the radio or, making mix CDs for whoever, it's the same thing, just in a bigger way, and personally, I don't know if you guys agree with me, but, we're more known throughout the world because of the internet, and, even 15 years ago, who would have, you couldn't get this kind of publicity if it wasn't for the net.
For sure. It's the ability to connect with your fans through Facebook. People who want to find our music can find it right away on YouTube and give it a listen. I think that it's just been a positive thing for us.
Right, and I've also got your Reverb Nation site shared out there. That's another great resource for bands, I think.
For sure, it's a great way to listen to our music and to hear it for the first time, so that you can know right off the bat whether you like the band or not. And any way for us to get our music out there and to get people to listen is a good way for us, because we know once they hear the music, they're gonna want to hear more.
Right, and I believe the world of the internet has opened it up for a lot of people. Like our show here started back in 2010, and now we're listened to in over 75 countries throughout the world. We're on a plethora of different streaming networks also, and we're just trying to keep the rock and roll music alive. I think what you hear on mainstream radio nowadays has really dumbed down rock and roll. And it's people like you, the Von Rebels, that help keep the sound alive, especially down here in the States. You know, we're just not hearing that quality of music when you turn on the FM dial anymore. Why do you think that is?
I'm not sure why. I'm not really sure why. I know that they're not playing the kind of music I want to hear on the radio, and I end up just not listening to the radio. I just go straight to the online sites and the online radio and playlists up there online. I think everyone has just sort of circumvented the mainstream process because it's not giving us what we want.
That makes sense. I hear a lot of singers nowadays, but I don't hear many musicians when I turn on FM radio. That's a whole different ball of wax. But I think the internet has made it easier for bands to grow, bands to expand. Like you yourself, you said you got people that listen to you now all over the world. And I'd say 6 years ago, that wouldn't be possible without the internet.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely true. And I also wanted just to say that Davey just got to the office. So if you want to say hi to anyone.
Hey, guys.
Hey, Davey, what's up? I'm the Sheepdog. You're on Hot Roddin' tonight at ScreamingDeadRadio.com. We play rock and roll, psychobilly, rockabilly. We keep the music real is what we do.
Keeping it real is the best way to have it, man.
That's right. Our tagline is no politics, no bullshit, just rock and roll.
That's perfect for us.
we don't need to deal with that other crap, you know? Do you guys have any music videos out right now on YouTube people can check out?
We have some little videos that we put together on our iPhones just when we were touring around Eastern Canada, so they can check that out. Just for fun videos, really.
Hey, that's rock and roll.
There.
We should have a pro video soon, shouldn't we?
Yeah, there's a video going to be made. We're making a video. We were supposed to make it last month, but we got caught up in process of recording our new album and writing the songs and getting all that done. So the video was put off to the side a little bit, but it should be filmed, I think, was it like this month or like maybe, I think it's this month or beginning spring. So we should have one out, in about a month or so.
So you guys are currently playing. You guys have been really busy. I heard talk to you on email correspondence. Just hectic times for the Von Rebels. They're blowing up there in Canada, and we're going to get them to blow up right here on Hot Roddin' tonight all over the world. That's what we're going to do, friends. And where have you guys been playing? Are you guys just playing locally around Montreal? Are you branching out any? Or what's going on with the tour dates?
Well, right now we've been playing a lot in Montreal. We've been playing in Toronto. We did a small tour of the East Coast a couple of months ago. So we've been playing mostly Eastern Canada. But right now we have a tour in the works to set something up in Europe next November. And fingers crossed, hopefully we'll be able to hit up the New England area of the United States within the next year.
New material we've been working on as well, keeping us busy with that. So we're looking forward to getting that out there as well.
Well, that's good. So we'll be expecting a full release, maybe sometime later on in the year while you guys work out new material. Man, we have a great resource of people over there in the UK or over there in England. So I hope you guys are playing over there. Got a lot of listeners that rock out to us.
Yeah, we're going to be hooking something up in the UK, hopefully in London and the surrounding areas. We'll definitely have something for your listeners.
And they definitely love their rock and roll over there. You are listening to Hot Roddin' tonight on the Sheepdog. We're on the phone today with the Von Rebels. Just released their new EP on iTunes. It's 6 tracks of rock and roll, and it's Sheepdog approved rock and roll. So you gotta go check it out. Now, guys, we got to get back into the music. I'm going to leave this interview by playing the song Bad Reputation, hell of a song off that new EP. I want you guys to check it out. And do you guys want to give any shout-outs to anybody out there today?
Oh, we're just wanted to say hey to everybody out there who's listening to the show, and thanks for listening to rock and roll and keeping rock and roll alive.
And that is how it goes. Rock and roll right here on Hot Roddin' tonight. Here they are, the Von Rebels, Bad Reputation.